Several hundred volunteers right across the East Midlands have started running emergency winter night shelters. They're being opened to help people who are sleeping rough as temperatures begin to plummet.
Yesterday, you may remember, we heard that almost 250 people were found on the streets of Nottingham this year. And in Derby, they say it's saving lives. Our social affairs correspondent, Jeremy Ball, reports.
Hi, Martin.
Cheese toasty, mate.
Yeah.
Right.
Tea and toasties and tender loving care. This is St Saviour's Church in the Meadows, the first of 5 churches that are hosting Nottingham's emergency shelter this winter.
We are protecting them from the effects of bad winter weather, often ill health, possibly even frostbite, or we get people with trench foot sometimes. It's things like that people get from sleeping rough.
Martin's been given one of 20 blow-up beds here at St Saviour's. He'd spent 3 nights sleeping in shop doorways in Nottingham after falling out with his girlfriend's family.
It was terrible. Thought I was going to freeze to death, trying to find pieces of plastic and that out of dustbins or anything to cover myself up with. I was scared to sleep a lot of places in case somebody assaulted me or something while I was asleep. And if it wasn't for the night shelter, then I would still be there.
The Nottingham shelter's organised by the Emmanuel House charity, but dinner and breakfasts provided by a rota of 65 volunteers, and dozens of others will be helping out at the emergency winter shelters in Leicester.
I did it last year, just because I wanted to do some volunteer work, really. I suppose you feel like you're doing something worthwhile.
My first evening here, so when I heard about it through our church, I just really wanted to do it.
You do get a lot out of it yourself, just helping out other people, really. So it's nice to give back a little bit of something.
And this is one of 8 churches in Derby that are hosting rough sleepers this winter. In this city, they've set up 35 temporary beds, and they've trained up well over 200 volunteers.
We talk with people, we play games with them, we give them a good meal, and then we try to get them to sleep because it's really good for them to get into that pattern. But also help with medical issues, how they can get a job, just as many ways that we can help them in moving on from their homelessness.
In previous years, I had come across individual cases where people had died as a result of, being literally dying in the cold because they were homeless. I think the winter shelter means the difference between life and death for people.
The emergency shelters in Derby and here in Nottingham have only been open for a few days, but they've already found 6 people long-term homes. And over the next few months, they're expecting to help hundreds more rough sleepers. Jeremy Ball, BBC East Midlands Today.